On this Remembrance Day, I wish to announce with great sadness that with the results of this last federal election, that lest we forget should be dropped and a new saying be adopted. Maybe at last we have forgotten would suffice. For anyone who really pays attention to history and the real world, our country, Canada, is standing on its last legs. Don't believe it? Let me explain. The late Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau was a much hated man, especially in the West. He was also a very educated and connected man. He was educated in a Jesuit school and eventually became a lawyer. In Edmund Paris's book, The Secret History of the Jesuits, the author lays it out how the Roman Catholic Church, through the Jesuit order, would manipulate the world for hundreds of years to come from its inception. By infiltrating the places of society that influence the masses the most, such as governments, educational institutions, and the religions of the world, it appears they are very close to achieving their end game. The Pope himself calls Islam a religion of peace. Surely a lot of Catholics are questioning their faith and its leader on earth. As an ex-Catholic, I can tell you not to worry. It's not as if God needs any institution to verify his existence. Around 1990, I ran across a book that was written by a lady lawyer, Constance Cumby, that was copyrighted in 1985, called A Planned Deception, The Staging of a New Age Messiah. In it, she reveals, with a reprint by permission of the World in Review designers of a New World, the Club of Rome, March 1982, some things that are being fulfilled slowly. Anybody who knows the prophecies of the Old Testament, Book of Daniel, and Revelation in the New Testament, that the world will be divided into 10 kingdoms. These 10 are revealed in her book, and most are already self-existent or are being shaped into existence. North America is listed as number 1. This is the reason NAFTA was shoved down our throats under Prime Minister Brian Mulroney. It's a lot easier to unite politically once the economy is tied together. Years ago, on the Club of Rome's website, they suggested that the future is not fixed. Yet here we are on the path that they set before the world, fulfilling the prophecy of the Holy Bible. Pierre Elliott Trudeau was a member of the Club of Rome. In the fall of 2013, my daughter's grade 11 social studies class was given an assignment. I live in Alberta, Canada. The assignment was to draw a new North American currency, and the teacher even used the term Amero, the name of the new currency that conspiracy theorists have known about for years. Quantitative easing will surely bring this to pass, as all fiat currencies always end up being worthless. Now, if only people knew that the prophecies of the religions of all world point to a Messiah to come, the dots in even the most devout atheists' brains could connect. It is this Messiah that the Bible calls the Antichrist. The one Jesus said to the Jews, I am come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. If another comes in his own name, him you will receive. The Apostle Paul was a high-ranking Jew who, after his conversion, told us to pray for the Jews and not to boast against the branches. Now, Islam is being manipulated by the very church who once used the convert or die method to help usher in one global religion. A religion whose goals are that of Islam. So when the Sun reported before the election that Justin Trudeau was praying in a mosque and that he was sympathetic to their cause, it should come as no surprise to tell you that after he was elected, I saw a short 5-minute video on YouTube explaining that he's not just a sympathizer, as I had thought, but a convert to Islam. I should have known It's written, how can two walk together except they agree? On November 15th, 2008, the Red Deer Advocate had the boldness to print a letter that I had written about how bad Barack Obama would be for America. Giving $150 billion to Iran to pursue its nuclear ambitions while they remain openly hostile towards Israel and America is treason, and this is only the tip of the iceberg for what is planned. And now, through the Trojan horse immigration policies that Canada and America have suffered, it seems as if President Obama now has a partner in crime, and the floodgates are about to be opened. As a result, there is a real sentiment for Western Canada to separate, divide and conquer. The old Hegelian principle in action: create a problem, then offer a solution. North American Union is not a possibility. It is a foregone conclusion. How we get there matters not to the globalists. What matters is the devil in the details. In the meantime, as Barack Obama said, folks cling to their guns and their Bibles, and justifiably so, lest we forget.